Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, April 3rd, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is Source is my lightness of being. And today we are moving into Cardinal cross area. So it's not exact and that's a good thing that it's not exact. The exactness, kind of can intensify the push, pull, tug of war energy, the squaring, the resistance. But I'm feeling in this, instead of getting stuck in the hardness of this energy, to move into the softness, the light of this energy, which might not be easy. We have the moon in Cancer, bringing up emotional waters within us. This moon in Cancer is engaging this square energy, this cardinal cross energy, engaging all of the cardinal signs. And we have Venus. Venus has retrograded back into Pisces. So Venus is hanging out at 29 degrees, that master level degree. And I think this is where the key lies in this. Venus at this final degree of the zodiac, the all-encompassing energy, the integration of the all that is. And Venus is like, where's the beauty in all of this? And there is, even in the tension, even in the cardinal cross energy, which can bring up our frustrations, it can bring up our issues. This moon in Cancer can bring up feelings, it can bring up all kinds of feelings. It can bring up the sadness and the sorrow. It can also bring up the joy. But the moon in Cancer is enhancing our feelings. So Venus, 29 degrees is, can you integrate? Can you see? Can you find? Can you tune into the beauty in the all that is? Can you attune to the source in the all that is? And this the whole thing reminds me of the Aldous Huxley quote. It's dark, trying to paraphrase it, it's dark because you're carrying too much, because you're focused too much on the hardness. Get light. There's light in everything. Find that light. Find the source. Find the source in yourself. Find the source in and through this energy. Your responsibility is to find the light and to find your personal softness. And there's a thing, we think of soft and we don't think of it as being strong, but I actually think that softness is the most incredible strength that we can offer. And so this isn't necessarily about softness outside yourself. Find the softness within yourself to move you in and through this energy. So we begin the day with the moon in Cancer connecting to Neptune energy, Neptune in Pisces, this grand trine energy not grand trine, this trine energy with the moon and Pisces. We also have in Scorpio, we have, I was looking at it, it's really quick to see what degree it was at. We have Lilith hanging out, tuning into this energy. So we do have this grand trine in water. And Lilith and Scorpio. Scorpio, one of the things is empowerment. Like the theme of Scorpio is empowerment, which part of the empowerment is recognizing your vulnerability, being that softness. There is a softness to Lilith. Her softness may not always be talked about and enhanced, but there's a softness. She was soft for herself when she chose herself, when she chose to honor her soul and her soul fire. That was a soft moment. It was a strong moment, but it was a softness, a tenderness, a vulnerability for her to be like, I'm going to have the courage to honor myself, to honor my source, to honor my soul. Oh my God, these cards are so Lilith. To honor and get beyond the illusion that I need somebody else and to move forward on her personal path. So we have that foundation, creating the day, starting the day, bringing in, okay, this emotional energy. Then we have the sun squaring the moon. We have the moon squaring Jupiter, and then we have the moon opposite Pluto. We will have tomorrow, the moon squaring Uranus. But today, our Aries moon thing, Sun in Aries, is making its way into this square, cross, cardinal entanglement. Let's call it that, entanglement. And so the sun and the moon are actually kicking that off today. 14 degrees, that is a 5. That is revelation. And I keep feeling that this revelation is finding the softness. Instead of feeding into this resistance, feed into the softness. Let that be your responsibility. Let your responsibility be the revelation of the softness in and through this energy. The moon squaring Jupiter. Jupiter is at 18 degrees. That's a 9. And so that's attuning to your inner fire, to your inner soul source. Be the firefly, be the light in the darkness, be the light in the tension. Find the light in and through the tension that this brings up. Find the light in these feelings that come up. So me personally, this is a very interesting week for me. My dad passed away almost 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years ago on the 8th. And I'm spending this week alone, and I keep having a lot of emotions come up, and I'm processing through them. And it's so beautiful because there is so much softness, there is so much light available in these feelings. So I encourage you, whatever is flowing up for you, how is this energetic energy, how is this feeling energy, how is this emotional energy feeding you? Because it's here to help you. And that's that Venus 29 lesson. All of this, embracing all of this, finding the softness in it. Finally, we end the day with the moon opposite Pluto. Pluto, 19 degrees, that is that 10. That tunes into the worthiness, that shifts into the structure of things. So that moon in Cancer opposite the Pluto, the moon in Cancer wants to feel comforted. It wants to feel okay. So this is an interesting thing. You know, how often we go to things outside of ourselves to feel better. So whether it's food, alcohol, drugs, other people, so many different things that we may find ourselves falling into these old patternings to feel better. Pluto's like, hey, we can shift the structure. Can you be okay with what is? Can you be okay with your softness in what is? Can you be okay with this vulnerability? Can you see your vulnerability as strength in this? And allow yourself to just sink into it. Allow yourself to have the courage to be present and get beyond the illusions. So often those illusions, the good or bad. The good or bad is the baggage that we need to leave. That's that lightly, let go of that old stuff. The good and bad stuff, our judgment is so often the heaviness on it. Okay, this thing is, I have this courage to be present in it. And I'm not saying then don't do something to help yourself feel better. We're allowed to feel good. You're allowed to feel better. But first, before you go into those old patternings that make you avoid, show up. Be present. Be soft with it. Source is my lightness of being. You are not alone. You are being taken care of as you move in and through this adventure of getting beyond the illusions of the feels. And like I said, I do have this aloneness card. So this may be one of the beautiful things in helping you move forward in and through your day, is spending some time with yourself. How am I feeling? Tuning in and allowing yourself to move through this energy. So the good news is, with this moon at least, it's going to move through very fast. You know, the moon shifts signs every 2.5 days. We're going to have one more little interaction tomorrow with Uranus, and then the moon's going to move on. However, it is setting us up for the sun, which is approaching, you know, the cardinal T-square energies, because Cancer is not really going to be involved in that. So these lessons, they're here for a reason. They're working us. They're moving us. So speaking of lights, look what I have. I have the firefly, and I love this. Inspired and fantastic, I said that interesting, yet fleeting. The firefly contains the light of 1,000 stars. It's pure, radiant, illuminating. This high-frequency charge cannot be sustained for long. Therefore, firefly card indicates a moment of inspiration or awakening that quickly fades if we do not catch it. There's a firefly energy behind every poem, song, invention. Our job is to be ready to harness this creative spirit when it graces our path. What can you do to support this precious and elusive light? Be with your feelings today. Find the light and find the softness in what's coming up for you. Recognize yourself as the light. Recognize these things that are coming through, moving through you. Recognize the source within them and through them, and you will rock this energy. I'm not going to say that it's going to be easy, because, you know, it brings stuff up that's not necessarily easy. However, if you can find that light, find that beauty, this energy will surely transform you. And that's what the universe is doing. The universe is like, okay, come on, humans, Come on, humans, we've got this. So, book a reading if you want to dive deeper into your own personal chart. I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.